Oh, yeah. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can somebody please tell me in the comments section if you can hear the music and my smooth, sweet voice? It's so good to see everybody here ready to chit-chat about the mess going down in Dolton. Oh, yeah. We got some exciting episodes coming for y'all on the Chronicles. And man, I'm gonna tell you right now, brothers and sisters, y'all ain't gonna wanna miss not 1 minute of this action, because it's gonna be down and dirty and crazy. What is up, everybody? Carlton Flowers is in the house with the Go Political Live.
Yay!
How y'all doing? I want to give everybody a big round of applause just for being right here. For being here. It's good to see you. So we're going to hang out just for a little bit as I'm getting practice. Okay. And I know I'm looking rough. Okay. Okay. There's Mara. Thank goodness. Thank you, Mara. I'm looking rough. I didn't get my hair did. I didn't brush my hair. I didn't put my weave on. And, you know, at the moment, I'm looking like the 2019 Tiffany Henyard. Okay. You know, the one that had that unibrow, you know, in that last video. Who noticed the unibrow? Type unibrow in the comments if you noticed that. What did she call herself, Mara, in that video clip that you sent me? Instead of the lone wolf, she called herself, what, the long wolf? And the funny thing is, when you look at the 2019 version of her face looks like a wolf. I mean, with the eyebrows coming on together. Yeah, that was poor Tiffany. It was before she was clocking all them dollars, stealing and scamming, which... One thing that a lot of people don't realize that I notice, a lot of people always say, how was she able to get away with stealing all this money for so long? Allegedly. Now, for those Tiffany Henyard fans, and I tell you what, if any of those folks come in and you all see them, just bounce them. We're not doing trolls today because this is just a practice. We'll do trolls next time. But at any rate... we're going to bounce anybody out here that's just not in the crew. You know what I'm saying? So I can't barely see the screen at the same time that I'm trying to talk, because I'm practicing. I'm getting good at this. As a matter of fact, I don't even remember what my point was. Oh, here's the point. A lot of people say, how was she able to get away with this for so long? Allegedly spending the taxpayers' money on things like $1,000 weaves or wigs. I also would like to know, there's a debate going on right now. Is her hair a wig or is it a weave? Please post in the comments, wig or weave. And then we will tally up the results. We'll see which wins out, wigs or weaves. I want to know. But what I noticed that not a lot of people have talked about is the method that appears to be implemented in order to continuously spend money for 4 years straight without getting caught. What you do is you run out there and you buy a bunch of stuff on the Village credit card, or, you know, stroke some checks, write some checks for cash. And then all of a sudden in the next board meeting, that comes up, and then there's a big argument about what were these expenditures for. So while you're arguing about those expenditures, you go out on your second round, you write a whole bunch more checks and have another bunch of credit card expenditures, then go back to argument over the first round and start accusing the trustees of doing the exact same thing. So let's say if you were to go on a trip, let's say you went on a trip to, we'll just say New York City. Yeah, New York City. And you want to stay in the Trump Towers. So you go and do that, and then you come back. The method would be to accuse the trustees of taking a trip to Los Angeles or Mar-a-Lago, to Trump's other resort. And so while you're turning it around and accusing them of taking a trip, which you know it's not even true, it gives you a little bit of time. So you're fussing and arguing about a false accusation, which covers up and delays what's going on with this current group of checks and credit card charges while you're off on the next vacation or expenditures or buying somebody a brand new car. And so by the time those come up through the warrant list, you're already on the next set of expenditures. And I've noticed that it's rinse, wash, and repeat. Let's see, what do we have here? So $1,600 at a beauty salon in one single visit. Wow, I have real hair, had it dyed and styled, and my hair down my boots, thick. Your hair was all the way down to your boots? Good Lord. Is that what you meant, Mara? You mean you've got like horse hair? I'm just playing. So back to your comment. Never spent more than $350. $1,600, it's fake. Okay. All right. That's a good point. That's a good point. Critical smoker, while I'm thinking of it, I need you to email me at gopoliticalcarlton@gmail.com with my custom cars. And y'all saw it in the members video when I showed you my body shop. I need to talk to you about artwork and stuff. Anyhow, back to the weave or the wig, because I heard some convincing arguments about it being a wig. All right, that it was a human hair wig. And Mrs. Jones says that human hair is very expensive. So let's see, what do we have here? Mara, did you vote? Oh, your booty, not your boot. Okay. I was about to say, holy mackerel, if you got hair down to your boots, you might need to be maybe thinking about a haircut. So anyway, we've got one for weave. Let's see, what else do we have? Yeah, the checks ain't checking. You got that right. Is that 2 for weave? Wig, we got 1 for wig, 3 for weave, 2, 3 for wig, 3 for weave. So it looks like we're in a dead heat. What's up, Dwayne? You're not too late. We just started. We're just messing around. I've got an agenda of stuff that I want to go through, and I am just practicing. This is just to get me into the practice of getting good and smooth at doing this. Hey, how did y'all like the theme song? Do you like the new theme for the Dolton Chronicles series? What do y'all think about the theme song? You know what I think is really fun? It's when I'm playing this theme song and all of a sudden, I just want to start talking like a certain trustee. Now, can y'all guess which trustee that serves on the Dolton board who sounds like this, that I just happen to be impersonating? Because when I think of this certain trustee, oh man, this theme song just pops right in my mind. So I want y'all to post it right now in the live comments. Which one of the trustees that you think I'm trying to impersonate, who makes me think about him the most when this funky 70s music comes on? All right, who was it? Come on, guys. Yeah, it's the blaxploitation music. That's right. What's the voice? Yes, thank you. Hiram, thank you. By the way, is it Hiram or Hiram? Do I say the I, my brother? Tell me how I properly pronounce your name, good sir, because I've always meant to ask you that. I'm getting the Tiffany tongue virus, because I want to ask y'all some questions. Yeah, I want to ask y'all. It's y'all, not y'all. I want to ask y'all. William, Stan Brown is more dopey. I'll have an impersonation of Stan Brown coming, but Hiram. Okay, Hiram, thank you. Hiram was correct. That was Trusty Holmes. And there might be a little surprise on the next one, on the next episode of the Dolton Chronicles, which, by the way, guys, I'm here to tell you. Let me just jump on over here. Let me go to my checklist. Okay. The next episode, man. Okay, so Mara's been helping me out with research work. In this next episode, it wasn't the one that I was thinking that I was going to cover that was about the water deal. She found one even better. And I might even have to break this one up from this particular town hall meeting into like 3 episodes because it was that crazy. She told me when she said that this one is gold, she was not lying and she was not exaggerating. Kevin Clausen says, how much longer do you think till she gets arrested? It's going to be a while. Because first, okay, the 20th of May is the deadline for submitting all of the information to the FBI that we know good and dadgum well that she ain't got. All those receipts, all of the records, all of the reports, everything she is supposed to be turning in by the 20th of May. And now, okay, we know that she does have a fair amount of receipts on ice. You know, she got them receipts on ice. I know that it's going to be a debacle whenever we get to the 20th and she is not submitting anything. So there will be consequences for that, but it will have to play through the court process. So there's going to be consequences. And then what they're going to do is continue building a strong case by getting one of the minions to flip. All right. So I'm thinking we're going to have a few more board meetings. It's not going to happen quickly. And if you want to know the process by which the FBI puts a ranking politician in jail, please go watch the video that the Della Creme de la channel, shout out to Della, did on Kwame Kilpatrick of Detroit. All right. I love Detroit. It's where all my mother's side of the family is from, and I spent every summer there for the first 1/3 chunk of my life. But you need to go and watch that video, and it will give you some insight on what you can expect to happen with this administration right here. And I'll tell you what, I'm not pulling punches on this. I'm not going to be mean to Tiffany Henyard. I know she has family and friends that are probably going to see this because they pop up in the comments. But due to the fact that she does not give a rat's behind about the treatment of certain people, certain victims, this is what you get. And when you run your shop the way that you are and you have the FBI on your butt, this is what happens. People are going to talk. And I've got advice that I can give them. I don't think that they would ever take it, but I'm not trying to bash her, but I'm just telling you realistically what is going to happen and what we can expect from the legal system playing this out. So Mara says the 20th is a holiday for Canada. You know what, Mara? I know the Canadian song thing, and I can sing it. Mara, tell me if you want me to sing the old Canada song, because I can sing it. I'm good like that. So that's Victory Day. Okay, so that would be cool. So you can keep an eye on the news. So at any rate, that's what we're going to see. It's going to take some time, but it's going to happen. It's going to happen. Mrs. Jones says some residents can't pay their water bill, as if the pipes don't exist. Dang, that's rough times, man. Tiffany is in the house. Hello, Tiffany Barbie. How are you? All of the meetings were recorded. Yes, it's all on the archives, and that's where I'm digging all this stuff out. So I will keep the Chronicles going for as long as you guys want to see it, because that information ain't going anywhere soon. And even if the day comes that Tiffany is put in jail, a lot of these other content creators are going to run out of information because they're posting on breaking events, and I'm getting away from breaking news. I'm too busy for that. I am going to focus on the Chronicles and the archives because there's gold in them thar hills. There's a story to be told. And even after she goes to jail, we'll be able to watch the Chronicles and say, oh man, I can't believe that happened. Or, oh, that's how she set that up. Okay, so it will be interesting, and I will keep the Chronicles coming. All right, Dwayne is out camping at the lake and having buffering problems. I hate it when that happens. Well, you'll definitely have to catch the replay, Dwayne. This is just practice. I am just getting practice. Kevin says it's clear from all the news stories she has been abusing her power and put Dolton in worse shape. Yes, that is true. You used to go to the bowling alley in Dolton in the early 2000s. That's cool. I haven't been back to Chicago since, oh, good God. Well, it was about 2004, 2005. I was downtown at the EPA Region 5 office in the big tower. And I was there talking about hazardous air pollutants and air pollution regulation. And I need to come back. I haven't been back to Chicago since. It was in February. It was snowing. I remember going from the airport, going to downtown and just smelling the exhaust, the diesel exhaust, and thinking, I'm so glad I don't live here anymore. I could barely breathe. I was so glad to get back home to fresh air here in central Missouri. As a matter of fact, let's just jump right over. Let's check something out, guys. Let's watch a little bit of this. I'm going to use some of this information from this news report. Let's watch a little bit and react. This is on Fox News Nation, and it doesn't all fit in the screen. But let's just check it out.
Into an Illinois mayor who is becoming notorious for all the wrong reasons.
And you notice she's bald because she's a cancer victim. And she mentions this at the end of the story.
Dolton, Illinois mayor Tiffany Hinyard has been under intense scrutiny and ridicule over her alleged spending of taxpayer money. Those expenditures include tens of thousands of dollars worth of luxury travel to
see the screen right here,
Atlanta. Also pricey meals.
I want you
also hair and makeup
to remember this shot right here,
her top 8,
because that's going to show up. Oops, hit the wrong button. That's going to show up in the next edition of the Chronicles. Okay, guys. So what you just saw right there, all right, you're going to see that. I want you to remember that. Just put a bookmark in your mind, because there's something very interesting coming up next on the Chronicles that I'm not going to tell you about. Mara, I want you to post in the comments, is this going to be hot? Is it going to be shocking? What we present to everybody as related to what we just saw on that news report. Tell them, yes, it's going to be hot if I ain't lying. I'll tell you. Okay, so let's see here. Yeah, the Chronicles is going to be popping. I'm going to try to get that next one done tomorrow or Sunday. If it's not posted tomorrow night, it will be posted on Sunday. And it's so good. And I spent 4 hours today going through the footage of this certain meeting that I'm using that I won't tell you yet. I did see the body cam footage, Kia, and that is on my list. Let me scroll up here because I'm checking off stuff. We welcomed everybody. We talked about trolls. We're not allowing trolls today. We talked about Dolton Chronicles. Let's see. Where is it? Lacey harassment. Yeah. Okay. Cross that off. So, yeah, I watched that Hannibal is Hungry live stream today. And boy, oh boy, was that just crazy. That was just absolutely absurd to see Lacey lying, the mayor lying, the boyfriend lying, and telling all these stories about what went down after we saw all of this on Jedediah's, on his own camera. Hold on one second. I am glad to announce that Mr. Kevin Clausen, let me get it right, has dropped a 2-bomb. Thank you very much for that 2-bomb. Kevin says, I predict you will get 20 years, get out in 10, 15. I agree with you, Kevin. Kwame Kilpatrick got like 20-something and got out in 13. So, also, thank you, Mara, for saying definitely not lying about what is going to happen on this next edition of the Dolton Chronicles. Let's see. Jason Light, did I miss one? Did I miss a super chat? Let me know if I missed a super chat or someone who has joined as a member, and I will give them their proper thank you. Let's see. Yes, that's right. Mara is a neighbor to Detroit. We used to go visit in Morristown. She's right there in Windsor, which is actually south of Detroit. Lexi's in the house. Hello, Lexi. Glad to have Lexi Shea here on the stream. So it was interesting to see them lying. And one interesting thing, getting back to the point I was making about how the mayor goes and spends money on a bunch of things. Then you get into a meeting, the warrants list comes up, the trustees talk about how expenditures weren't approved, they start arguing, and then she accuses them of doing the same thing, right? And while they're arguing on that, and she's creating that diversion, then money is spent on other things. Oh my goodness, I gotta stop. Oh my goodness, I gotta stop what I'm doing, guys. Because one of my favorite YouTubers in here, it's Messy Michonne. Oh my goodness, I love my Messy Michonne, and thank you so much for dropping that 5 bomb. Oh my goodness. I've got like one of your videos queued up just like right now. I didn't even know you knew I existed. I really, let me pull up your channel here, Messy Michonne, so I can see which one of those. I've got one of your videos. Here we go. Let me pull this up so I can show this to you guys. And if you all are not, if you are not subscribed, I can't talk. If you're not subscribed to Messy Michonne, please stop and go and do that right now as I transition so I can show you the channel. Let me pull it up here. Here she is right here. So you can see I'm already subscribed. So here's Messy Michonne live. Let's go to videos. And here we have it. So I need to watch this one and this one. I haven't seen these latest two. This cracks me up. Looking at the Little Wayne. That is the funniest thing. But the one that I was in the middle of that, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this right here. Okay, guys. Messy Michonne, I was dying when you posted this video. Let me just pull this up. This is the Tiffany's greatest hits. And this is so good. And thank you for doing this, because now I can go in and grab some of these. And I tell you what we need to do.
Tiffany ain't hitting y'all.
We need to work together.
Y'all are black. And y'all sitting up here beating and attacking on a black woman that's in power.
In power.
In the village of Dalton. I've done nothing wrong. I've said this several times. I haven't done anything as it relates to theft, corruption, briberies, kickbacks, nothing. Not done anything wrong. I repeat, I have not done anything wrong as it relates to mismanagement of funds, spending money without you guys' consent. I haven't done anything wrong. Okay. Well, I wouldn't know how much that really rained. I didn't order it.
Oh my God.
Okay. Well, what else?
Why did you and the board vote to give your foundation $10,000?
I'm the face of the foundation.
Oh my God. Okay, I can't. I can only handle listening to her for so long. I can't take it. I can't. I have to take a break. Well, anyway, let me jump back over to here to the desktop. Gosh, where was I? All right, Messy Michonne, get out there and please subscribe to Messy Michonne. And I'm so honored to have you here. I love your stuff. And please let me know, Messy Michonne, would you be interested in working together on a Tiffany Henyard soundboard? That's something I thought would be really cool. And maybe I can have my nephew Jordan. He's a programming engineer, lives in Atlanta, Georgia. I might have nephew Jordan put together the website for it. I'm a civil engineer. I do some programming, but Jordan is really good at programming. And I was thinking it'd be cool to have a soundboard. And so maybe me and you and some of the other content creators could get together and make a soundboard. Oh my goodness. So we got John Q is up in the house. Yay! What's up, John Q?
Yay!
Man, I'm so glad to have you here. All right. So John QQ, what does that mean? You have a Q, let's see. John Q CUE. So what does the Q stand for? And are you queuing something as in DJ, or is it like Q? I'm in a fraternity myself, so I've got a lot of Q friends. Bunch of close friends of mine. One of my best friends is an Omega. I am in the Phi Beta Sigma fraternity myself, so I throw up, let's see, Phi Beta Sigma, boom, go mob. That's what we do. And then my dad was a Sigma. My brother was a Sigma, my late brother Jeffrey. We have alphas in the fraternity, my brother-in-law, my uncle, the engineer who inspired me to be an engineer. I've got Kappas. We got those noops in my family. My cousin Tony. Tony, if you're watching this, what's up, cousin Tone, the big noop? I always tease my family members and I throw up their gang signs just to make them mad and make them laugh. It's kind of funny how gangs and fraternities are somewhat similar because you got to throw up, we think like, blood, what's up, blood? We throw up all these little signs and all of this crazy stuff. Fraternities and sororities, it's halfway ridiculous to tell the truth. I mean, let's just be for real. And when I pledged, I don't know why I went through all that nonsense, getting beat down for, good God, I think it was like 7 months of getting beat down just to be socially accepted into a social fraternity that's supposed to do a lot of good, which we did and do. But I don't know why all the nonsense has to go along with it. I'm just jabbering. I'm on a rant. Let's get back to the subject at hand. So we were talking about John Q the Q, Q the Q, Q the Q. And we were saying that we're honored to have Messy Michonne here. All right. Say your name like Michonne. Oh, Michonne. Michonne from The Walking Dead. I was a Walking Dead addict, Mara, and I had to get off of it because I couldn't stand it. It was too stressful. And so I got out of that. I was like, okay, I got to stop this. Let's see. I think we got another super chat. I need to scroll down and catch up. I'm behind. Let me scroll down. Oh my goodness. John Luna has dropped. Okay, first of all, John Luna has dropped a 10 bomb all up on my head. And I tell you what, you know what this means? This means that John Luna is hereby anointed and crowned as the king of the stream. Everyone, please give him a round of applause. Thank you, John Luna, for the $10 super chat. I crown thee as our king. Thank you, John. John says, absolutely love your channel, your content, and especially your commentary. Keep up the great work and keep doing you. Thank you, John, my great king. I appreciate the kind words. Everyone, please give your honor to our great stream king. Now, if anybody else wants to be the king, or if the queen wants to come in and knock him off the throne, well, you can. It's going to take, $15 for you to do that. G, what is up, Go Mob? Okay, do I have a frat brother in the house? This is now officially a Sigma channel. Yay! Because we got 2 Sigmas in the house. If we can get 2 more, we would have a quorum. Do you watch The Lead Attorney? Let me know, G. Let me know. The Lead Attorney is one of my inspirations. Okay. Let's see here. So moving right along. What? Monique says that she knows that Netflix is putting together all of the Hindered footage for their next special. Are you kidding? I'm going to have to sue them for copyright infringement because dadgummit, the Chronicles and the ideas, that was my idea first. Okay. Oh my goodness, we got Buck Baby 5 is in the house dropping the 5 bomb all up on my head. Thank you so very much, and says great content. I appreciate you. Oh, sweet. Yeah. You know what, John? I'm already subscribed to your channel. Let me check to hear. No, dang it. I knew I was, and it came off. Okay, I'm subscribed now. Good sir. Every now and then you have to check back to make sure, because people have told me that they were subbing to my channel and then they check back and it's gone. So at any rate, John, I'm all up on it. I'm all up on it. And John Q, reach out to me on email, gopoliticalcarlton@gmail.com. Maybe me, you, and Messy Michonne, we can all work together on the Tiffany Hinyard soundboard. And maybe we can get Critical Smoker to give us some fancy street artwork. some fancy artwork, fancy streety artwork, very streety, dangerous, exciting street criminal artwork to go along with the soundboard. So G says we need to invade Dolton because the mayor what? Wait. The mayor is competing on RuPaul's Drag Race with her whack ass weave. Oh my God. Okay, I thought you were serious for a minute. Okay, cool. So we're going to do that. Let's jump back to, I got to get on the list to make sure that I'm remembering all the items that we have to cover. Let's check the checklist because, okay, growth and membership. Let me talk about this for 1 second. So the channel, let me read off the growth and the membership numbers. We're at 5,253 subs. 4,612 came in the last 28 days, which is just insane. So I got the little trophy for 5,000 subs, the one for, or 4,000 subs. The next one's coming for 5. It just hasn't popped up yet. I don't know how many members we have now, but I know the last time I checked, it was at least 33. So let me see here if I can find it on here where we have the membership numbers. And see, this is what I got to get good at. I'm not totally there yet. All right. Subtitles, comments, copyright, customization, memberships. Okay, here we go. Let me scroll down. And it looks like, wow. Okay, I think there's somewhere. Okay, we have 22 Go Political supporters and 19 Go Political members. So the supporter is at the $1.99 or $2.99 level, and the member is at the $4.99 level. So that's pretty daggone cool. Okay, so that is great, and a big round of applause for everybody who is a member and a supporter. Because I'm telling you what, the expenses, I'm trying to get up into the big leagues here and get like y'all big dogs and, you know, improve my equipment and all of that good stuff. And, you know, it's going to take some money to do that. Matter of fact, here, check this out. Here's an upgrade right here. I haven't even put it in yet. This is an AMD Ryzen 9. I've got an AMD Ryzen 5 1600 in my machine right now, my gaming machine, which I didn't realize it's 4 years old since I built this version. I'm a geek. I used to have a computer business. I used to build custom computers, diagnose, upgrade, and do stuff for home computers, business computers, networks. I was all over Central Missouri with my computer business up until the year 2004. But I snagged this at Best Buy. It was $579 on sale for $399. So I had to take it and put it on my dadgum high interest Best Buy charge card. And then I also bought something else. Let me see. Where is it? I had the box right here so I could show y'all. I had to show y'all what it looked like. Y'all need to see what it looked like. I'm speaking in Tiffany. Okay, I can't find the box. I had it for you, but it was the RAM. So I got two 16 gigabyte sticks of DDR4 RAM at a higher speed. So now I'm running 48 total gigabytes of RAM. I'll be putting in the AMD Ryzen 9 processor tonight, and then I'm gonna have to get a big boy camera because I'm using the 4K HD webcam, and it's okay. And I did find out that when I'm using this light right here, it makes my resolution better for the videos, and you all might have noticed on the last video that my face was a little bit more clear. I have a lot more that I have to pay for and upgrade. And then I'm bringing along my son on my sports channel, which is called the Family Sports Network. And we're looking to get that one monetized very soon too. But I just wanted to say thank you all very much for your memberships and for your donations, because it's going towards helping me to improve the channel so I can make more quality content for you and be more fun and entertaining. So we talked about hardware upgrades coming soon, shorts. Type in the chat. Okay, if you would like me to spend time making funny shorts, I want you to type in the chats. If you would like shorts, type drop your shorts. drop your shorts. Okay, in the chat, type drop your shorts. And that will let me know. Okay, dokey. How about that? Thank you. Buck Baby 5 has just become a Go Political supporter. Let's give Buck Baby 5 a round of applause. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. And you are a part of making this production better and better every day. Let's see here. Jennifer Dias says she loves my Trump impersonation. A lot of people do. I mean, I get that a lot of times. Every day I wake up and someone else is saying, Carlton, that's a great Trump impersonation. It's one of the best I've seen, simply one of the best. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate it. Let's see here. I hope you didn't freeze. Did you freeze, Hiram? I hope you didn't freeze. Hiram, you need to get on the team with the soundboard too. You want to jump on the soundboard team, my brother? Anybody else, if you want to be on the soundboard committee, you can. We need to do things together. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, so there's Critical Smoker. He said, Critical Smoker, man. Oh my God. He said the Netflix is in negotiations with Lil Wayne to play the lead character for the Tiffany Injured Female Project. Oh my God. She was. Oh, I'll definitely tune in for that. He's going to have to maybe get that new weave because her hair doesn't look, she used to have that Booger Dime Store hair weave deal back in the 2019 days. Let's see here. Scrolling down to the bottom. All right. Let's see here, folks. Let's see what we have. Drop your shorts, Mara says. In a Bart Simpson voice. Buck Baby says, drop your shorts. Yes, hilarious. Jason Light says, drop your shorts. That's great. Michelle says, drop your shorts. Monique says, sir, I can't say that. I'm a lady. What are you talking about, Monique? Drop your shorts. It means for me to drop the YouTube show. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, you're so nasty. You so nasty. I know what you're thinking about. Some people just got nasty minds. Got to be nasty. Mara said, eat my shorts. That's Bart Simpson. Okay, well, I think that we will. Hello, Giggity. Good evening to you. I think we will definitely drop our shorts. We're going to drop that bomb very soon, and I'm going to have a short for you, and I'm going to drop them shorts tomorrow. All right? They're going to be dropping. Now, let me get back to the checklist. What else do we have the cover that I wanted to talk about? Oh, there it is right there. The check update. Guys, somebody posted on one of the comments I made on another video, and it might have been an O'Shea video. I don't remember who it was, but it's about the $561,000 check. K5 Construction. Someone said, after I said, I can almost guarantee that that check was deposited, they said that check was cashed. I told them, again, give me the proof. Show the proof. Because that story has not been corroborated, and there is absolutely no proof that I can find that any part of that story is true. None of it is true. The only thing that could have happened was a kickback after the check was deposited by the contractor, and more word on that when I make the final video report exposing the information that I dug up, which I can't say in public yet because I'm waiting for word from someone on the inside about that check. But to date, nobody has come forward with any proof of an arrest by the FBI or the Northern District of Illinois or the state police or Dolton police or anybody. No one has proof that Lon Goodman was arrested for cashing a $561,000 check. If it did happen, I'm asking for somebody to show the proof so I can share it. I'll stand corrected. I mean, not corrected because I'll believe it when I see it. We'll put it that way. So no proof of that. And then as soon as I get this missing bit of information, I'm going to drop the bomb on you guys. I'm telling you what, when I get this last piece, I'm dropping the bomb on your head. okay? And it's going to be good. But otherwise, just to kind of finish up on that, there's no proof. Hello, Michelle Stofley. How are you doing? I'm glad for you to join the chat tonight.
Yay!
So if anybody has any information, updates on that check, can you type in the comments, I've got an update? And if not, I guess we'll just have to sit and wait till we get more evidence. Big Mike is in the house. What is up, Big Mike?
Yay!
If the check was deposited, okay, well, yeah, cashed if deposited and less bounce. And so for clarification, I think what the person was arguing with me, the original story that they had come out with was that the mayor took that check, which was written to K5 Construction, and she cashed it at the check cashing store, which can't happen because her signature was on the check as the endorsement. Even though it was supposed to have two signatures, it was written out to K5. So how would a check cashing place say, oh, yeah, you can cash a check that's written to someone else? You can't do that. And so deposited, yes, that's what I mean. Check cashed as in deposited. I don't think that anyone could get $561,000 at a check cashing place because from what I know, at least in my town of 45,000, banks don't keep more than $30,000 in the vault at any given time. All right. And part of that is for safety reasons. And we also don't have that much cash in circulation in the above ground circulation of our economy that you would have a small check cashing place that has $500,000 sitting around. Now, maybe in the drug business, in the underground, yeah, you might have some Better Call Saul situations where people have millions of dollars, like Breaking Bad, but not in a regular situation. Because if there was $561,000 in that little store, don't you think somebody would have robbed him by now? I think so. So tell me what you think of that. Do you agree? Type 1 if you agree with my line of thinking, and a 2 if you don't, and if I'm leaving something out, and you can correct me because I will be corrected. I don't mind. Okay. What is going on? We got Steve Strack in the house.
Yay!
Good to see you, Steve. Member Steve. Okay, thank you, John Q. Q, we got that email.
Yay!
Right on, my brother. I appreciate that. Looking forward to us collaborating on that project. All right, let me go back to my checklist because I've got some other stuff I want to cover. Okay, so we did the breaking news reaction. Bigots in the comments. Let me check this. I got to talk about these comments. I had to get with somebody, and I'm getting better, guys. Let me read a positive comment first. I had 101st_airborne say, come on, man. Maybe his Google machine got broke when his mom put all his stuff in the street from his basement. So this was a comment he made about trolls in the community section. And so I came back and said, ha ha, right on, 101st Airborne. And I went on to tell him that my late big brother, Jeffrey Lawrence Flowers, was a captain in the 4th Battalion, 43rd Air Defense Artillery C Battery. Okay, and then he went on to be an executive with the GE Corporation. I lost him in the year 2000. I'll have to tell that story sometime. And we were like twins, and we were 1 year apart, almost Irish twins. And he was a storybook big brother. Like when you go to the movies and you see a movie about a classic big brother, like everything you've ever seen in the best feel-good movies, that's what my big brother was. Jeffrey Lawrence Flowers was a storybook big brother to me, and I'm going to tell you about that one of these days. I'll have to tell you that story. Sit down, Stan Brown. He's stupid, Big Mike. He's just dumb. He's not very bright. And if anything, he's going to go to jail because he's not smart enough to stand up. Sometimes he does. I don't think he really is heavily involved. I think he's a yes man, and he doesn't have the brain power. He reminds me of an uncle I had. He looks like my uncle who's from Chicago, except my uncle is brilliant. And sit down, Stan Brown kind of is not bright at all. All right, let me read you this comment, and I'm going to tell you what I said back. And so this is good because I'm I'm learning. I'm getting over it. I'm not getting triggered by the bigots and trolls like I used to. So, what'd you say here? Let me look in here real quick. Cooking with Frank. I'm gonna have to check that out. Oh, strawful. Okay, stawful. Okay, stawful, not Stofley. What? I completely butchered your name. Thank you, Michelle Stoffel, for letting me know. I like learning how to pronounce people's names, and it does matter. Thank you very much. Stoffel. Now, Stoffel. Okay. Yeah, Stan Brown. I'm just riding the bike. I don't know I don't know nothing about what's going on. He's an idiot. All right, so listen to this comment, guys. Denton Williams 5539 said, "Somebody please tell me, is there any black communities, apostrophe S, wrong, that are donning a good job? Are they, spelling, all falling apart? I am, spelling typo, talking about black-run government. Look into it. Please tell the truth." Run-on sentence. Tell the truth. "I will probably not get this question answered. I really hope there some," spelling and grammar, "good ones, hopefully 80%. I will," grammar, "be praying." Okay, so after my heart rate came down, this is the response that I gave. Let me read you my response, and y'all tell me if this was a good response. Say, type in the comments, "You told him good," if this was a good response. Just put "you told him good." Here's my response, and I quote, "First off, learn how to spell. Your spelling and grammar doesn't make you seem educated enough to make such a statement. Secondly, you might not mean any harm, but that kind of comes off as a little insulting. It's not my responsibility or anyone else's to confirm your bias about black people. And no, you're not going to get that question answered by someone other than yourself. Of course, there are successful black communities with well-run governing bodies. Is it really the best way to spend your time trying to prove that blacks cannot successfully run a government? Denton, I want you to think about what you said and why praying for such a thing as this is a little insulting. The tell the truth comment is equally as insulting. Do you presuppose that blacks can't tell the truth? Or that I'm somehow withholding information from you? Just because I report on this awful situation in Dolton does not mean that there are no successful, honest blacks in leadership in the country. I'm sorry if that was your takeaway from my video. There are crooks, narcissists, and dishonest people in every ethnic group. It's a human condition, not a racial condition. Okay, guys, type in the comments, did I tell him or did I not? Type, "you told him good," if you think that that was a good response to that. Let me know. And once I see the response to that, I will roll on to the next one, which was even more offensive than this one. And I think I had a very good response for the next one, too. Let's see here. Mara says, "That's giving someone who thinks they're entitled to insult black people like it was 1970. That person just feels entitled to it, period. Doesn't even deserve a second of your time, Mr. Carlton." Thank you, Mara. That is true. All right, we got a little bit of response there. Okay. Yes, Kevin Clausen, it's human condition. Thank you, Monique, Jennifer, Giggity, Steve Strack. He got served. Michelle Stoufel. I forgot already. Stoufel. I'm going to have to scroll back and make sure I'm saying that right. Okay, thank you, Norma. John Luna, would have started with something like you scored a 70 on your post due to spelling and grammar, and that would have been being nice. Actually, it was about a 55. Maybe a 70 for, say, a fourth grader. But as an adult, I'm going to give them a 55. That's an F. All right, let's go to the next one. You're going to love this one. This one's good. Get ready, because this one is... Oh, my gosh. This one is just ratchet, okay? It's Michelle S. from now on. Yeah. I'll just leave it at Michelle S. All right, here we go. And this was from the Dolton Chronicles video. You know, I got these folks that jump in here, and just because we're having fun on Tiffany, you know, they think that we're piling on, assuming that all black people are like Tiffany Henyard, and it's not true. There's all sorts of black people, all spectrum, and it's not that we're implying anything that has to do with a racial bias. All right, here we go. And Pop J had the nerve to come on my page and post the following. He says, "What I can't understand after watching videos about this woman for a couple months is why nobody has made a video about the 82% of that community who voted for this lady. If just one person would have done something..." Oh, I didn't have the whole thing on there. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to have to go back and get this actual message so I can read everything of what he said. Darn it. So let's scroll through here and see if I can find Pop J. One moment, please, while I find Pop J. Scrolling. I got to scroll on down because you got to hear the whole thing so you can properly put into context what my response is. This will be worth it, I promise you. So please forgive me. And as a matter of fact, you know what I can do? I can put you on some... I'm going to put you on some hold music while you are waiting. All right. Hold, please, while I'm scrolling, people. All right, scrolling. Still looking for it. Haven't found it yet. Still looking and looking. I'm getting closer, people. I'm getting closer. Closer yet. I've got to find this thing. I'm not going to go on until I find Pop J. Do I have this many comments? You know, it's really annoying when you have to deal with this many comments. Oh my gosh. Guys, I'm still scrolling. But I think I'm actually getting closer. Holy moly. Can you imagine having to go through all these comments and I might only be at the 50% point of even answering. And it was just by luck that I found this particular comment that I'm looking for. And I'm pretty sure that I scrolled over it. All right, guys. All right, I'm just kidding. Now, I'm going to find it. I think it's right here. It's right here. And if somebody actually can find this thing before I do, you let me know. But it's right here. It's Pop J. But of course, see, this is what happens on live streams. You do stupid stuff like that, and I did not copy the complete message. All right. So I just saw Steve Strack, one of his comments in here. My goodness, I tell you, that's just terrible. I cannot find the comments. So I'm gonna just try to remember by memory what he said, because he said several things in this that were assumptions, that were strong biases. They were like racially based biases that this person was making. I could swear it was just right there. So, oh well, that's the way it goes, because I'm going back like 3 days and I don't see it. So let's just Let's just assume what they were seeing. All right. By the way, Ty Austin, yeah, Flint, Michigan is something that I would look like to start covering. I do want to cover for that. All right. So there was the message there. It was 9 hours ago, and maybe Pop J deleted the message because I don't see it. It should be right here. This is just insane. Pop J's message should be right there. At any rate, so number one, it wasn't 82%. He went on to just say a bunch of stuff. Oh, I found it. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. I found it. All right, here we go, guys. It was worth the wait. I'm sorry for the delay, but here it is. Now I'm going to read all of Pop J's statement, and then I'm going to give you the response. Pop J said, "What I can't understand is after watching these videos about this woman for a couple of months, why nobody has made a video about the 82% of that community who voted for this lady. If just one person would have done some research, they would have seen she was a criminal before she was voted into office, but this community votes for people because of likeness, not because they're qualified. No, it's because they look like her, they talk like her, they act like her. They saw familiar and similar things in this woman that they see in themselves, so they voted her into office. Now, because of their racism and stupidity, the FBI is supposed to come in to their rescue. But nobody in this town has taken responsibility for what they have done, and that's voting for this woman. It's all unbelievable to them. Shaking my flipping head." All right, that was the full comment. Now, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you as my friend. I had this guy, a friend of mine, his name is Manuel, and he's from Mexico. And instead of saying, "I tell you what," he would say, "I told you what." And so I told you what, I'm about to tell you right now what I said back to this guy. Okay, so here we go. Oh, Tay Austin says, "Yes, I would like you to put me into contact with that person. I'm interested in that." Yeah, definitely. All right, so Pop just fizzed. G's track is right. Pop is about to get fizzed and faded when you hear what I said back to him. So here's my answer, and I quote, 82% of the community. Okay, wait a minute. It starts out, "Okay, Pop, let me break this down for you. 82% of the community did not vote for her. The population of Dolton is a little more than 20,000. There are a lot of older people there too. This was the COVID election. The great majority of people were not going to the voting booth because of fear of COVID. I was inferring that older people aren't going to go out because of the COVID scare and older people being more susceptible. She only garnered about 1,100 votes. That's not 82%. It's more like 4% of the population. What you are describing next started out right, then ended wrong. It's not racism. You have to look up the definition of racism. The correct term is familiarity bias. I talk about this a lot, and I do actual training sessions for government agencies on this. It is a human condition. It's based on the way the limbic system, fight or flight, portion of the brain is pre-programmed, by the way. We were born with this, guys. It is instinct built in. All ethnic groups have the same familiarity bias. It's not special just for blacks in Dolton. Stupidity. I'm going to say that's going overboard and is very demeaning. The residents are not stupid. If you do a little research, you will find that there are tons of instances of municipalities with narcissistic criminal leaders who are doing similar things to this situation in white America and every other ethnic group. Again, this is a human condition. Yes, it is the job of the FBI to shut this woman down, just like they do any other criminal politician in the U.S., regardless of race. Last, Correction. There are people who have taken responsibility and they are in leadership. If you follow the videos, you will find 4 current trustees and 1 former trustee who have made changes in the town's ordinances to get on top of the situation and cut some of the mayor's ability to not pay their monthly bills. You also have several outstanding residents who have spoken up from day one and have been actively involved in solving the problem. And that was the end of my answer. Did I drop the bomb? Did I just shut the door in his face? Let me know. Let me know. Type it in the comments. You shut that door. You slammed the door. Say that. You slammed the door in the comments if I had that right. Monique says, I can imagine Pop waving his finger and foaming at the corners of his mouth while he wrote that comment. Yeah, no doubt. Let's see. Mara says, I cannot stand people blaming residents and etc. It's, rage baiting. That's what they're doing. You can't just crap on everybody, all the residents of Dolton. Like, come on, man. You can't do that. You can't do that. Let me scroll on down. Okay, slam that door. Perfection. Michelle S. Mara says, slam the door. Yes, indeed. Slam the door. Okay, sweet Jesse. Big Daddy Scott says that I nuked him. Thank you. That's awesome. John Luna says the door was slammed in his face. Thank you, Steve Strack. He says slammed. Cynthia says slammed. Oh, that was the wrong that was the wrong sound effect. Slam. That's what I meant. Okay. Mike drop. Damn it, Mandy said she wasn't a bad trustee from what she's seen. You know what? She really was acting the part as an honest trustee and holding the mayor's toes to the fire. And all the while, we didn't realize that she was taking notes on how to game the system while she was busting down the mayor and anyone else for doing things the wrong way. And oh man, that the first edition of the Dolton Chronicles, we saw that. And in the second edition, oh, I can't wait for you guys to see the second episode. Yeah. So, you know, some people are just going to say stuff and, oh, well, I'm not going to let it ruin our fun, okay? In fact, we ain't going to let ignorant people ruin our fun. We're going to go ahead and poke fun and enjoy the Dolton Chronicles. We're going to have our fun and continue on as we do. And as these idiots come in and think that, you know, this is the open door session to making, you know, bigotry comments, we'll just delete them as they come in. We know better. We know better. All right, so let's check that off the checklist. We covered the comments. Oh, I gotta share something else. I want to know what you guys think about this next one on the list here. Let me check the comments first, and I want to get your reaction about this. Yeah, she was always nasty. Her attitude was horrible. Cynthia, you are correct about that. She did have a very, very nasty attitude. The Good Burger. I'm gonna do a video instead of Good Burger. Instead of calling the restaurant Good Burger, we're going to make it Good Booger. Based on that booger-looking hairdo. When she had the unibrow. Okay. All right, let me share this picture, and then let's get you guys... I just want to know what you guys think about this. So here's President... This is President Joe Biden sniffing a young girl. This is you guys' president, guys, and he's sniffing her, this young lady. And Look at her face. Look at her shoulders. You see how her shoulders are hunched up and she's like this? What do y'all think about that? Have y'all seen like all of the pictures that they snap where Biden's like sniffing girls and sniffing kids? So he'll like bend down real creepily. He looks like Dr. Burns on The Simpsons, and he's bending down. You see his face go down, like, oh, child, and this one probably smells great. I'm just going to bend down and get a... And then he sniffs them. Have you all seen that? And he sniffs women, too. Michelle says, not to mention the house she owned that passed inspection, but it didn't pass inspection. Yeah, that, too, because she was the hood rat slumlord. Yeah, Lexi, look at the young girl's eyes. Is that not creepy? Did y'all see when he went to New York City and went to that restaurant and like nobody was paying him any attention? They weren't like, oh, wow, Mr. President, run up to him. Isn't that weird? And you know the whole bit about the showering and the daughter? What do y'all think about that? It's kind of weird. When I talk about, I'm going to expand on Dolton and South Chicago, Illinois, and politics and the Democratic Party and the mafia. There's a great show by a guy who has the same last name as me that I'm going to try to get to come on the show and talk about the mafia. And one interesting I'd love to have your opinion of, would you associate yourself with the mafia if you were running for a political office? So let me know that. If you would associate with the mafia if you're running for political office. Hello, Sonia R. Yay! Is in the house. If you knew that somebody was a criminal or a crook and they had their own party or group, or let's say that Tiffany Henyard makes it from mayor and runs for mayor of Chicago. She makes it out of Dolton and doesn't, have any legal problems. She runs for mayor of Chicago. Would you run on her ticket now that you know all of the things that went on right now? Or if she ran for governor, would you say, yeah, I'm going to run on that ticket and I'm going to join the new Ain't Nobody Stopping Us Now party, a new party? Would you join that party? I want to know. Yeah, no, this child in this picture is not his granddaughter. It's the shower story was a different story, but this is a random child. There's several pictures of children that he's sniffing, and I kind of don't understand that. Yeah, Amanda MBS says, no, that would be stupid, wouldn't it? Yeah, that would be stupid. So Chicago is the capital of corruption in the United States, next to New York City, maybe in front of New York City. We've got the greatest amount of corruption in politics, and we also have the mafia. We got the mafia in Missouri, Kansas City, and St. Louis. We do have the crime families here. I had a first-hand experience with the crime families twice. One as a government worker, and once when I had a business with somebody. I'll tell that story sometime. But Chicago is the epicenter of corruption in the United States. The Democratic Party is interwoven within the deep-rooted corruption of the city of Chicago. Why would anyone align themselves with the Democratic Party, knowing how deeply interwoven the Democratic Party is with corruption and the mob in Chicago? Why would you ever put your name on a ticket associated with that party and not say, I'm an independent? I want to know. Somebody explain that to me, please. I would love to have an answer to that. It's just like what the Bible says. What hath Christ with Belial? If some of you all know what that means. If you don't know what that means, ask and I'll explain it. But if there was a local devil-worshiping cult that sacrificed babies in your neighborhood, and they did a fundraiser, and they were raising funds to give turkeys to elderly people on Thanksgiving, would you go and support that fundraiser? Yes or no? The answer is probably no. Why? Because they're devil worshipers who sacrifice babies, and you wouldn't associate yourself with that, would you? You wouldn't be there taking pictures with the devil-worshiping cult that sacrifices babies, even though they're doing a good thing and raising money for turkeys on Thanksgiving. So, why would you place your name on a ticket associated with a party that is deeply rooted in corruption in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois? A certain mayor of a small town that's not Chicago, that is 15 minutes south of where I grew up at 99th and LaSalle, associates herself with the Democratic Party. A certain mayor of a small town just south of South Chicago, where I grew up, went to visit the President of the United States, who is the chief of the party of corruption, took pictures with, and we saw him smiling and shaking hands. But I'll leave that alone for now. Who says that? Now I'll just leave that alone for now. What YouTuber says that? That's the trivia question. Can anyone answer that question? But I'll just leave that for here for now. Who says that? And then at the end of his videos, he always says, I would appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. Peace. I would really love to know if somebody knows who that YouTuber is. I'll be curious. There's got to be one person here who knows who I was just impersonating. I would love it if you would share this content, like, and subscribe. Peace. Nope, it's not Hannibal. It's called ABL. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. We have a correct answer. Odd Green Member has the correct answer. No, damn it, Mandy, it's not O'Shea. That was ABL. I would really appreciate it if you would like, share, and subscribe. Peace. He says that at the end of every one of his videos. ABL. He's like very Republican right wing. I'm not as much of a party. Oh, you need to watch him. I love ABL. I'm like politically agnostic. I'm kind of liberal and I'm conservative, so I'm all over the place. I'm definitely not with this Democratic Party as it is right now, because these ain't your mama's Democrats, guys. They're not. This ain't the Democrats my daddy grew up with. This party we see right now, what you see right here, those aren't the Democrats of the hard-working, blue-collar class of the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. No, Amanda, that was definitely not O'Shea. What's up, everybody? It's O'Shea Duke Jackson. Back at it again. That's O'Shea, which I impersonate him. And I always say that line like right along with him. Every time I watch his videos, I have to say the line right along with him. Okay, let me flip over to here. Let's look at the checklist and see what else that I needed to cover, because it's been like nearly an hour and a half, and I've got to go pretty soon here. Let's see. We covered Joe Biden, President Biden sniffing people. I need to hit member-only videos, the Discord. I'm not going to do reparations because I'm going to do a video on that, and that's a long talk. We got into reparations on one of the posts, the short videos that I did. Okay, I'm not going to get into the grant trick. Remind me later to talk about Tiffany Henyard and the grant trick. It's going to be covered in the Dolton Chronicles. Okay? So reparations came up. I talked about that in the last video because it came up in the comments. And I can't remember who it was, but somebody said that they had vehemently disagreed with something of one of the opinions that either I have or most conservatives have. I think he was just saying most conservatives, but he never said what it was. And I love hearing dissenting opinions because I like to learn from other people's points of view. Yeah, shout out to Nate the Liar. Yeah, I'm a big, huge fan of Nate the Liar. Nate is the bomb, guys. Nate is amazing. Holy smokes. Nate, Hannibal, O'Shea, Kevin Clausen, to answer your question, Dolton Chronicles Parts 2. I'm going to try to get it done by tomorrow. I've got to go work late in the body shop tonight, and then I've got to go to St. Louis to work on the flip house tomorrow, and I won't be back until like 5 or 6, 7 o'clock at night. And then I'm coming straight home to finish up on that video. So I'll try to have it released by tomorrow night. And if it's not done by tomorrow night, it will be done by Sunday early afternoon. Lead attorney, Michelle. Yes, I'm a big lead attorney fan. He is a blue man like me. One of my inspirations to get this channel started. Lead attorney is amazing. And AV to the seventh power. I'm a huge fan of AV. Holy mackerel. Wow. She does a great job. Such a brilliant young lady. Kind of reminds me of my daughter. Even looks-wise, she looks like my daughter, the one that just graduated from Mizzou, my legacy, getting her degree in architecture. Presidential candidates. Who are they and why aren't they campaigning? Amanda, NBS. I think they actually are. Where are you from, Amanda? Trump is out there. I think Biden that'll all get started. The debate is coming up. They've got a scheduled debate. It'll be on CNN. So we should start seeing that very soon. So other YouTubers, of course, we've got John QQ. We got Chicago Reality TV Check Chicago, De La Creme de la, and Shay, Late Night Crew. Shout out to Shay. What's up, Shay? That last live that I was Shay did a live stream the other night. I was working in the body shop, and he was showing this video of this fake David Blaine. You got to go back and watch it. And I almost just peed my pants laughing. He was doing stupid video night. And he was showing these videos of this guy. They're doing a comedy routine, and he's impersonated David Blaine, Street Magic. And it's the funniest thing you ever want to see. But anyway, a bunch of funny videos on that live stream if you go back. Shawan Burns, yeah. And Pink Book, of course. Pink Book is the standard. Pink Notebook, Pink Book Lessons. I think that's the name of it. Pink Book Lessons is outstanding. Shawan Burns, outstanding channel. I'm trying to figure out what kind of an engineer Shawan is. Burgundy Blue. Burgundy is supposed to be reaching out to me, and if you're watching this, Burgundy, send me an email, please. GoPoliticalCarlton@gmail.com. So we can talk very soon. But yeah, Pink Book Lessons, I think is the name of that one. She's who I discovered the Long Wolf. The Long Wolf, Tiffany Henyard. But Shawan Burns is an engineer. I'm an engineer. I'm a civil engineer. And I was going to say, listening to Della when she had Trina Downs on her live stream, being that my background is civil engineering and the EPA and air pollution, a lot of what was being said about the wastewater incineration and also water treatment and the water supply, I can shed light on that and give you some clarity. It's not so much as a conspiracy, and I can tell you that as long as you are meeting the strict guidelines of the EPA on water treatment and wastewater sludge and the management, most people are going to have NIMBY, and that means not in my backyard. Wastewater is a big thing, and when you're in a megalopolis like Chicago, you're not going to get away from that. I think the entire Chicago metropolitan area smells like crap. You know, when I'm way out there in Joliet, the stench starts from all the manufacturing, wastewater sludge treatment and incineration, everything else. So I can tell you, okay, so Lexi says she's a construction engineer. Well, that means she's a civil then. She's got to be a civil. I'm a certified civil engineer. I never took my PE license exam for professional engineer because I really didn't need it. Now I'm a consultant and I make good money without having a PE. I'm not doing structural design. Usually you need your PE for doing structural design. I was a highway design engineer, and you can get so far without having the PE, and I did make, 4 elevations, promotions when I worked for the Highway and Transportation Department without getting my PE. And then I left the Transportation Department, went to environmental engineering. I studied for the PE exam, and then I never took the test. I registered for it, had some family emergencies, and I never took the test. But I am a civil and environmental expert. My daughter is an architect, which is neat because she's doing design work like I used to do design work in highway design. And I did some structural design. So that's kind of cool if Shawan is a construction engineer. But I can shed light on the wastewater, all that talk. Some things people are getting a little blown out, and I can understand why, because if you're not familiar with the permitting process and the rules and regulations of the EPA, the federal standards as it relates to water treatment, wastewater treatment, and sludge treatment and management, it would seem like it's a conspiracy. But I can tell you, everybody in the whole Chicago metropolitan area, that whole part of the state stinks, and you're not going to get away from it, and nobody is free from sludge and crap. Okay, so it's not you, Dolton. I don't think you're being targeted on that, and I can tell you why. If there is wastewater incineration going on, I can tell you why. I did see some things being said about particles in the air from the incineration and causing various sickness and this and that, and I can kind of clear that up for you and tell you what's really going on and what you should be worried about or not. Anyway, that is all. I think we got everything on the list that I wanted to cover. Member-only videos. I have more coming because I want to thank the members for your support of the channel, because I want to spend some money on equipment upgrades so I can make this better for you. And so your reward is more member videos, and then I might launch that Discord for the $4.99 level and up. So look for that. I will open up the Discord, and if you're interested in the Discord, hey, let me know, and we can start that Discord chat just for the $4.99 members and above, where we can chit chat and all be in there, and all the great people will be in there. What is up, Ron G in the house? Yay! We'll all be there having a great time chit chatting. So let me know. Did I miss a comment here? A hard hat. Did she graduate with a hard hat? My daughter did not wear a hard hat. She did have a cool sash, the stole thing. Her stole had a Mizzou Tiger on one side, and then it said Legacy down the other side. And man, oh man, to this day, I'm still like blown away, because that was like, holy smokes, I didn't know she was going to get that. And just to, sit there and think, I've got a legacy, I got a daughter getting a degree, a technical degree at my alma mater. And then my fourth one, my second son, he's going to be getting an engineering degree from Mizzou also. And his sister is going to pass down the legacy stole to him, and he's going to wear that when he graduates in a couple of years. So that's like totally, totally cool. All right. So that's what's happening, guys. And that's all I've got for this edition. But I'm going to tell you what. All y'all better stay tuned in, because things is about to get funky up on the Go Politica channel, because we got some hot episodes coming your way from the Dolton Chronicles that's shooting straight out the archives. And they gonna be steaming hot, folks. So hot you might drop them when you pick it up. So stay tuned, because you ain't gonna believe what's coming up on that next episode, and you don't want to miss it. You better be first in line to see what happens. So folks, I do thank you for being right here with us. I thank you so much, and that's all we've got for right now. This is Carlton, and I am out.